Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is August the 3rd, 2017. This is home of cryptocurrency straight talk. No clickbait titles, golden hold, long-term cryptocurrency thinking, pure commitment. You know it, baby. All right, This Week in Bitcoin is tomorrow, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm back in the USA, and we've got a great show with Samson Mao, Lorian Gamaroff down from South Africa. Ansel Lidner also will be on the show, 6:30 p.m. Friday. That is going to rock Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 in Los Angeles p.m. All right, and Sunday morning, I'm going to be at Craig Ship's place again. I think Craig will have a Facebook Live session. Maybe I'll have more information on that Sunday morning after 10 a.m. I'll mention that again when I get more information. Yesterday's show is linked to below. It was pretty good. Check out all my links below. You can obviously get a discount on t-shirts and, of course, at cryptohwwallet.com. Use my affiliate link to get your Trezor, your Ledger Nano. They have great stuff there. And in this video, we're going to talk about why you might even need more than one of those things. At least I need more than one of those right now. All right, so back to me. Remember, and I'd like to thank Nathan, who down in Australia, he was the one who got this shirt for me. Pound that like button, people. He's the fundie. He has his own site, Bitcoin site that I forgot to link to, actually, but you guys have seen him on the show before. So let's get down to business here, because there's a lot to talk about, a lot going on. First of all, I want to mention something that people are forgetting. You know, FUDcoin, it's Bcash. Bcash is what it's called. Has created excitement, FUD, all sorts of things that we never thought it would create. We knew it would create some FUD, but it's just the talk of the town, isn't it? We're forgetting about Segwit being locked in on August the 8th, okay? It's going to start on August the 8th, or whatever it is, whatever the correct terminology is. It's going to affect the market, all right? This is a very positive thing, August the 8th, and I have been told it is August the 8th. So when this change happens in Bitcoin with Segwit, this is what people have been waiting for, okay? It's a newsworthy thing. Can I make price predictions? No, but I would think it's going to do something positive to the price. So the price has been very stable despite all this being a really weird week in Bitcoin with this Bcash thing. And I want to point out, I pointed this out the last few shows, the GBTC price. That is the Bitcoin Investment Trust that Barry Silbert is in charge of, that you can trade, that people get into who don't want to hold their own Bitcoin for some reason, who are used to those traditional type of assets, all right? It's $472 now, today. It's gone up at a higher rate today than Bitcoin has. All right, this is the type of people that own GBTC are the type of people who don't know about Bcash, traditional people, and who, I mean, this is a very bullish thing. And they don't understand what Segwit is either, most likely. So imagine when the people, when they get word, well, something good happened to Bitcoin. And when the people who are waiting on Segwit, it's a, you know, it being on a more official level, when they jump in too. So we've got some interesting factors in there. Follow that GBTC price at $472. That translates into $4,720 of Bitcoin. Those people value it at. So it shows us the potential that is out there behind the FUD. So I always say, be a long-term thinker. Well, August 8th isn't that far away. And there's some more milestones Segwit's going to hit later in August. Maybe it'll be, you know, there's some other stuff coming up in August. Hold on tight, people. Hold on tight. You know, I hear people say, it should be a 3,000 by now. Why isn't it 3? Dudes, just hang on. Hang on. Pound that like button if you just can't be patient, but you want to be patient, because I'm saying be patient. All right. So, and will Segwit be the final nail in the coffin for the big blockers? Once it's really running strong, and we've gotten rid of the high fees that sometimes occur, the longer times to send that sometimes occur. When the Segwit 2x thing comes to back onto the table of arguments in November? Is it just going to be a total joke? Are there going to be a few people who fork into some Segwit 2x coin? And again, people don't get confused. Adam Meister supports Segwit. That's what we're about to enter. Segwit 2x is a hard fork that people have agreed to do in November. That hard fork, I believe, if it happens, is not going to be contentious. It's going to be like the joke of a hard fork that's going on right now. But people get confused with terminologies. Segwit, awesome. Segwit 2x, not to worry about. But once this August 8th date passes, it might, really might hammer out how ridiculous these Segwit 2x people are about their, their hard fork they want to do in November. All right, so the people have asked me, Adam, you've talked about Bcash. What have you done with your Bcash? And I haven't done anything with it yet. And I'm going to explain why. I was talking on earlier with my buddy Rocky Palumbo. You've seen him on the show before. And we were talking about some technical things and some risks involved with Bcash. And I think there are at first people warned me when I said, use the Bcash to increase your Bitcoin holdings by 10%. Well, yeah, if you can get your hands on Bcash safely. And at first, I did not stress the word safely enough. As you've noticed, I've started to do that more. I have an amount of Bitcoin where it would be great to get 10% more, okay? It would be great. And but I cannot rush. And I do not want to expose my Bitcoin private key. And I know the odds are slim. But we don't know who's behind this Bcash stuff, okay? And if there's even a little minuscule risk of me messing up, of me losing my Bitcoin because of this, because I want 10% more Bitcoin, it is not worth it. Trust me. And for people who have amounts that are around the triple digits or whatever it may be, and there are people out there, this is a very scary thing. And so let's go through the process here. Really what I would have to do in order to do this. So I have the bulk of my Bitcoin on a Trezor. I also have a Ledger HW1. What I should have done was move some of my Bitcoin to the Ledger HW1 beforehand, so I wouldn't be in the situation that I am in now. So let's say all of my Bitcoin is on my Trezor. I can trust Trezor to split it for me, all right? Now, they have had technical difficulties. They have put it back online. Part of the risk there is that your Trezor might break, and then you're going to have a heart attack when you have to use your 24-word recovery seed. And yeah, it is scary if you your Trezor suddenly breaks and you don't have access to as many Bitcoin as I currently have access to, okay? It would not be a fun thing. But let's say it all goes smoothly. I split it into Bcash and into Bitcoin. At that point, I must move all of my Bitcoin off of that Trezor, okay? Because they're sharing the private key, whatever you want to call it. They are sharing the 24-word recovery seed. You don't want that to be. You don't want that to be, because that's your first exposure risk right there. And you can tell me that I'm wrong. You can tell me that it's minuscule there. But when your Bcash is sharing that kind of information with your Bitcoin, you don't want that happening. You want to move your Bitcoin off of there. So at that point, I would move all of my Bitcoin, all of it, to here, this HW. Well, okay, so how much do I trust this thing? How much do I trust this thing? It doesn't have a view screen on it. It's all right. And it's a heart attack to move all your Bitcoin over to this thing. You can do it in pieces, into increments, but then your Bitcoin will be here eventually. And it's just a pain. And it's worrisome, very worrisome. Pound that like button. Okay, then what you have to do is you got to move all your Bcash off of your Trezor to the exchange, where if you actually, now Bittrex is selling now, you can move it to Bittrex. They want 20 confirmations. Okay, this is a huge delay. Also, you can only get a certain amount of value once you sell it all. You can only get a certain amount off at one time. All right, $2,000 a day. So I would have to keep quite a bit there for a while, which is okay, whatever. You're not supposed to keep it at a third party, or I can move it to other third parties and slowly move it over there. But what I'm going to have to do at that point also, and some people might argue against it, they might be like, well, just keep your Bitcoin at your HW wallet. Okay, maybe. But I would want to move my Bitcoin back to my Trezor at that point, where it has been safe, where it has been happy. I would have to clean my Trezor again, okay? Reset it up, create new 24-word recovery seed, and then move all my Bitcoin back slowly over there without having a heart attack, and it would be safe over there, okay? And never mix and never move, have any Bcash back. I won't have any more Bcash anymore, but never mix and match and do all that stuff over on my Trezor again. Now, another thing I could have is buy another Trezor. If I only had another Trezor, this would be easier. It would be easier. I don't have one now. So that's something to contemplate, getting another Trezor, just moving all of my Bitcoin there instead of here after I do the split. I think that would do the trick. But people, there's some time sensitivity involved here because this thing might crash in price. Now, if it doesn't crash in price, and I'm going to talk about some reasons why it might not. And yeah, obviously, since I'm a believer in Bitcoin, I am committed to Bitcoin. If this price doesn't crash of Bcash, no big deal to me. I know the people behind it are bad actors, okay? The people are it's not hurting Bitcoin. It isn't hurting Bitcoin. It's not devastating to Bitcoin. It probably is affecting the price in a way. It probably is, but it is a joke. Bcash is a joke. Look how the times it's taking to get everything confirmed. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what's going on Bcash now. It's not legitimate at all, but it's a way to get more Bitcoin. There is no free lunch though. There are worries. And it's easier said than done, especially when you have a lot of Bitcoin. All right. There's some things you don't want to mess with. You don't want to mess with a good thing. So yeah, I hope the price of Bcash stay over 0.1. Let me get another Trezor and let me move it all over there. So I thought I was prepared. Obviously, I control my private keys, but I was not as prepared as one could have been in all this in terms of if you have a lot of Bitcoin. I was not as prepared as I could have been. And I have learned during this process, and I'm happy to say that, and I'm happy to be just warning people to be careful because I don't think I didn't do it enough at first about the risk, the real risk of exposing your Bitcoin private key to these dudes. And I know it's very, very slim. I cannot take that risk. I cannot take that risk. And I don't want anyone else to take that risk that doesn't understand that risk is involved. And someone in my comment section straight up told me, Adam, you're leading people down a bad road. And I didn't understand that. Even though it was a very slim road, that yes, your Bitcoin private keys can be exposed if you mess around too much with this and leave them together. Okay, and don't clean everything properly. So, yeah, it's too good. And again, the price the price right now of Bcash is too good to be true. There's limiting factors. All the Bcash that people are trying to dump is not being dumped right now. There's no argument to that. People are like, oh, look, it's 672 here, it's 300 here. Dude, those prices really don't matter much because it's not. People aren't free. There's so many things limiting people who want to dump right now. So we got to see the real dump happen. And by the way, if you want to have 2 Trezors, and I just given a good reason why you should have 2, if you don't, or another one of something else that you trust, because fully trust, like a Ledger Nano, just get it at cryptohwwallet.com. Link is below. All some links are below. Use the Meister discount and the affiliate links. Anyway, so, and this also presents an entrepreneur. So this is a pain in the butt. This whole thing has been a pain in the butt. Trezor, I would pay Trezor. I would pay them 0.15 BTC, which is something you could pay me to set up your Trezor, or I would pay them 0.1 BTC, which is something you could pay me for a crypto consultation. I would pay them that if they could do all of this for me with insurance that nothing, if they screwed up, they would reimburse me all my Bitcoin. You know, so this is a, you know, this is can be interpreted as a negative situation, but trusted trusted, that word is big, trusted third parties with insurance. This is an entrepreneurial opportunity. This is an entrepreneurial opportunity. Now, of course, in cryptocurrency, you shouldn't be relying on third parties. You really shouldn't. Control your private keys. At the same time, insured third party, I mean, I would, Trezor, I trust a lot, obviously. I keep all my Bitcoin there. So if they came up with something where I could pay them 0.15 BTC to take care of everything, turn it into Bitcoin for me, I would be happy. And no, don't email me people saying, hey, Adam, give me all your BTC or give me all your Bcash or your BTC. I'll turn it into whatever you, no. I wasn't born yesterday, people. So, but nice job trying to be an entrepreneur or a scam artist. I don't encourage people being scam artists. I do encourage people to be entrepreneurs. When I meet with Craig Shipp on Sunday, we're going to be talking about some entrepreneurial opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region, by the way. So another reason to watch, another reason to pound that like button here at 11 p.m. at nighttime. So we got some more good stuff here. Hang on, people. I'm on a roll here. So who is not going to sell their Bcash? And this is an interesting thing because everyone's saying everyone's going to dump. Everyone's going to dump. You know, there's 16 million Bitcoin out there, so there's 16 million Bcash out there. Well, obviously, some Bitcoin is, some people don't control their private keys anymore, so that's lost. They don't have their private keys for Bcash either, that means. Then there are people like me who have a lot of Bitcoin who just don't want to go through it all, who are happy with their amount of Bitcoin, they don't want to go through this technical stuff at all. They don't want to move it. They don't want to go through everything I just said. Then they're the golden holders. Golden hold people. People who don't even know this is going on. People who just don't care. They don't care about altcoins. They don't care about Bcash. They just don't care. They don't know. They are just storing away Bitcoin for the next 10 years. They don't care. So this is adding up now. This is adding up. And then those who just fear risk in general. They might only own 2 Bitcoin. They just fear risk. They don't want to mess with it. They just don't want to mess with it. Then there's some people who just want to wait it out too, who just want to wait it out. So once people can dump, there will be a big dump, okay? And the Bcash price will go down. But then there are going to be some people who never dump, or who might wait some time. So we might see the Bcash price go up again. Not on any fundamentals, but that it stopped dumping. And that there's just all these people who pump up random things, and that forks of Bitcoin might be the next ICO. So you never know. But think about those things. And again, people are going to say, Adam, you're biased. You want this thing to extend as long as possible so you can safely do this. Yeah, probably. I mean, of course, I am biased. But I've just given you some reasons from the other side. And again, I am no fan of Bcash. I don't want the bad actors to be rewarded or anything like this. I want Bitcoin to go up as soon as possible. I told you at the beginning of the show, we're going to have Segwit real soon. We're going to have nothing to worry about, all right? Nothing to worry about. And, you know, Bitcoin will be, when there's a big smile on my face, you'll know I'm I don't want to give anyone any numbers, but soon enough, I'll have a big old smile on my face when I enter another realm of financial security. So, all right. So control your private keys. Here, there's a link below to someone I just found. This is a reason why you have to control your private keys, people. At Bitcoin IRA, my wife and I have a Bitcoin IRA. What is going to happen with the Bcash coins? Not seen any email or statement. All right. So you left your stuff with the third party. That's the price you pay right there. That's the price you pay. And I don't know what Bitcoin IRA even is. That's a third party. Don't leave your stuff with a third party. Lesson learned, right? So the Lorian Gamaroff, who will be on my show, he informed me, and this is just amazing news. In South Africa, there is now, and it just debuted tonight in South Africa. I linked to it below, a cryptocurrency show on regular cable television on CNBC Africa. So it might be going all over Africa. That is amazing. We don't in North America, we don't have a cryptocurrency show on regular television. And Lorian Gamaroff will be a guest on that African cryptocurrency show. And he has been a guest here many times. So, I mean, it's just a proud moment for me, for Lorian, for Africa. And hey, man, we're a little behind here in North America. I encourage people to watch no TV, of course. But if you happen to have your TV on, it would be nice to tune into a cryptocurrency show. And we don't seem to have that. I guess they're taking a risk down there in Africa doing that. And Laurian Gamaroff is the greatest South African Bitcoiner alive. And I'm happy he'll be on the show tomorrow. And I hope all of South Africa learned a lot from this cryptocurrency show that was on TV, that it exposed a lot more people, and a lot more people are going to buy it because trust me, holding Bitcoin is a lot better than holding that Rand. Pound that like button if you love the people of South Africa. The people of South Africa, not the people who issue that Rand. Anyway, not the government, I'm saying, because that leader of South Africa, with his houses and everything, I feel bad for the hard-working producers in South Africa. The people, the 12% of the population who actually produces, it's hard. It is amazing, the number. All right, I've gone off on the South African rant, but I know there are a lot of South Africans out there, and I've been to South Africa. I love the people, the beauty of South Africa, and there are people who care there that are fighting the good fight, who are committed to their every bone and piece and speck of blood in their body to South Africa. Down with Zuma, and the people who. Anyway. So speaking about faraway lands, people are like, send your Bcash to hit BTC. All right. No one really knows where that is even. Some people say it's in Europe. Again, we're talking about it's just a place that's even shadier than BTCE that just disappeared the other day. Hey, but it's just Bcash. Don't send your Bitcoin there. And I'm not sending my Bcash there either. If this gets all straightened out, Bittrex seems to be the most trusted one right now. Hopefully some other ones will get on. Never pay for Bcash. So you've got these people out there, these pumpers are just people who are silly. Don't buy Bcash. If you control your private key, you're getting it for free. This is just like the Steam situation, people. Steam it is cool. Get your free Steam on Steam it. Never buy it. Run away from the gurus who tell you to buy Steam, who tell you to buy Bcash. Run away from people who tell you to buy things that are free, that are easily free, okay? Sometimes you need something badly, okay? And you can't wait a long way for it to be free. Maybe you gotta get to point A to point B. You can walk for free, but sometimes you're in a big rush. So you gotta pay a cab. All right, that's understandable. There is no rush to own Steam. There is truly no rush to own Bcash either, all right? You don't need to make 10% on your Bitcoin. It will be awesome, though, to do so. But again, I want to, when I say, and again, I will pay to safely protect my Bitcoin. That is what I would pay to get my Bcash and pay Trezor to do it. That's all about protecting my Bitcoin. All right. Again, so that's not Adam paying for Bcash. That is Adam paying to protect his Bitcoin, insurance against his Bitcoin dying. But so do not buy Bcash is what I'm saying. The whole trades, that's a whole nother level of thinking that I was talking about. Simply, if people are selling Bcash now, don't buy it. Do not buy Bcash. If for $400 to $300 of Bcash, when it could be $5 tomorrow, that's much bigger risk than even buying Steam. All right. That was rambling there. Pound that like button. Oh God, and I'm really flipping around this thing too, playing with it. I don't want to break it. I already don't trust it. So okay, where was I here? Yeah, remember to do that. 20 confirmations on Bittrex if you want to get your Bcash over there. That seems like a lot of fun. And I still don't know who is actually buying Bcash. Who is buying Bcash? Do you know anyone who's buying Bcash? Please don't do that. If you know who's buying Bcash, if you want to admit to that, and you're a real person, not using a fake name like some people, not hiding behind other people's faces like some people do, in the notes section, in the comment section, leave a comment. Say you're doing it. Say why you're doing it. There are a few people out there who like it's going to be the next Bitcoin. I don't see how you can think that. I don't see how you can think that at all now. To see how flunky it's been so far, I don't know. I don't see how you could think that at all. But if you are, hey, put that down below. Maybe you can email me privately if you're embarrassed, and I'm not going to make fun of you. I shouldn't make fun of anyone who wants to, or leave it in the chat. Tell other people, be proud in the chat. I can't see you in the chat right now. I hope no one's sent me feel free to send me tips over there. I'm working my butt off for you guys. I love it. Commitment to Bitcoin. Yeah, some people like to do the in the chat, the super chat tips of fiat. People have been doing that a lot. Thank you a lot, people. If you haven't been watching these videos lately, you've missed me thanking everyone who's doing that. So you never pay for this altcoin, this FUD coin, but it is still a FUD coin. But it is a way to get 10%. So I hope everybody appreciates where I've told them where I stand. I haven't sold mine yet. So I can't tell people to take a risk that I'm not willing to take. So you all know the risk I'm willing to take. Just do for yourself what you want to do. And here's an email. Adam, when you're finally able to split your coins and dump the BCH, keep in mind that's incredibly slow. I had to wait over 13 hours to be able to dump it because it was stuck in the meme pool. That is from the 21 Million Club. He is a great dude out there, and he's helped me out a lot. He's got a great channel. Pound that like button if you like him, and pound that like button if you like Polyog. Polyog is a guy who is in the chat a lot, one of the smartest guys in the chat ever. A really smart guy in Bitcoin. He doesn't have his own channel. I know he's in Asia somewhere. Kind of sticks out in Asia. Wink, wink. And Adam's not politically correct. Sorry, dude. But you rock, man. You rock. You really rock, dude. Coinbase. Vinny Lingham got, I'll read a tweet someone had about him. All right. This sums up Vinny. Vinny Lingham gets a ton of, I'm not going to say the word. It starts with an H, an S, ends with a T. But as I don't curse, here I don't curse at least. If you want to in person, I'll probably curse. But this is a kid show, so we got to be careful. Kids are watching. Lauren Gamaroff, teenagers are watching. No, one teenager. But markets like crypto need to be cautious. Investors and bearish sanity checks. We're all richer for having him. So yeah, he gets a ton of crud, but markets like crypto need cautious investors and bearish sanity checks. We're all richer for having him. So Vinny adds a sanity check. Let's put it that way. Not all of us are always happy with the things he says, but we can't have irrational exuberance all the time. We need a sanity check. And you can say what you will. And again, I know people have like, I followed Vinny's advice and XYZ happened to me. He doesn't say to follow his advice. That's a mistake to follow his advice. He doesn't say to follow his advice, but just use his advice to think as a way to inspire thinking. He could be bearish. He could be bullish too. Okay. He's been plenty bullish. He called $3,000 for this year. And he said that a while ago. Okay. So God willing, we'll be at 3,000 soon enough. And maybe even a little bit higher than 3,000. A lot of us are going to be real happy. If we don't lose all our Bitcoin by then and do something stupid with have our private key somehow compromised by some dudes in China who made something called Bcash. I mean, having a Bcash was just a way for some dudes in China to steal Bitcoin private keys. That would be really a bad story. Oh God. All right. So Coinbase has announced that, and yeah, I linked to the tweet about Vinny below. All things mentioned here are linked to below. And please check out those notes section below because I do take time to put all that down there for you guys. I really try to provide a lot of information here for people. I try to make this the best show out there. I know, oh, Adam, you got to improve your camera. Okay, I'm not about pretty faces and all that stuff. And that, we're going to talk about Stefan molyneux in a second. He had a show where he was outside. Suddenly he was outside. Never been outside before. Some great content he was providing. Most of the comments were about, oh, you're outside. Finally, you look so good. What a world we live in. The man is providing incredible information at times. And the bulk of the people out there just want to comment on the way things look. And that is very similar here. It's very similar here. I'm not providing the prettiest channel with the fancy graphics. I am working hard to get you real information from a real person who's traveling all around this freaking world, meeting people that are dealing with Bitcoin, okay? I don't get these stories from CoinDesk or whatever because they're the #1 story on CoinDesk I'm going to talk about. I don't know what the heck's on CoinDesk. This is stuff that hits me, that I'm living through, that I'm getting emails about. And again, because I really believe in golden hold, being a good saver, just beyond Bitcoin, I'm at a point in my life where I have lived a life where I have committed my life. I mean, I live a Bitcoin life now. That is my business now. That is my business. And again, I put myself in this financial position to be in an even better financial position. Okay, so you just build upon that, build upon that, build upon that type of thing. So people wonder about this. You know, people have questions, but I'm just trying to. And so I work real hard. I'm real proud of this channel. Molyneux is real proud of his channel too. Now he funds himself in a different way, and he goes about asking himself funding himself in some interesting ways. He doesn't have advertising on his site. I do. So he asks people for donations in a way some people think is very aggressive. So I linked to a video of his below, and it's basically one of the best videos against trolls I have ever watched in my life. And I don't think he even mentions trolls by name that much. It's called like e-begging or something. And he taught people, because people have accused him of e-begging, all right? But he is providing a service. He is proud of his service. He's not forcing anyone to do something, to give him money. He's asking. There's a big difference between asking and begging and forcing, okay? He is providing value to people, and he is proud of it. I am proud of the value that I am providing to people in my videos that I work very hard on, in my consultations, in everything. No one's being forced to watch these videos. No one's being forced to watch Molyneux's videos. No one's being forced to send Stefan money. No one's being forced to send me anything. No one's being forced to use my services. And watch his video. Watch this video of his, because it explains so much of how this world works and how negative people work and how positive people work. And here we are positive. Positive. If you want positive, if you want a positive consultation just to get your life back on track out of all this doom porn, I do that too for 0.1 BTC. We can set that up. I'd be honored to help you. I'm honored that we have this late at night over 100 people watching this show right now, hopefully pounding that like button. So society has vilified production. Okay. I love people who are productive. Okay. I love it when people are productive and try and expand and grow. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing. It is great for the world if you're trying to be a productive member of society who's trying to grow your business, help other people, grow their minds. And again, with Molyneux's videos, there are going to be some people who are like, "What? He's still e-begging. I don't get it." Okay. Again, we've mentioned IQ on this video before. There's only so much a person can do. If you don't get it, you don't get it. I mean, he is one of the kindest people toward people with low IQs that's out there, actually. He's like, "I want to work with you. I want to help you understand what's going on." But I mean, some people either refuse to understand what's going on, or they just don't have the capability. So some of Stefan's stuff, you're going to have to be able to sit down and focus. Sit down and focus on what he's saying. And I encourage that with me too. Focus on the content, not on pretty pictures and stuff. And you're going to learn so much more. You're going to be so much more productive. Don't be a reactionary. Be long-term. There's just some people, and sometimes it has to do with youth. Like, "That sucks. You suck." You know, because they see something that they don't understand, or they don't want to have the time to think outside the box. And I see Vinny Lingham is over there right now. And he is a person who thinks outside the box. He is a MGTOW. And people jump on these MGTOWs like, "You're a loser. You can't get a woman." Yet their philosophy is so sound and so wise at times and informative that if you're a reactionary, you're just going to lose out if you call them a loser or whatever you're going to call them. But if you take the time to watch some of these things that I've recommended with MGTOWs, if you take the time to watch this Stefan Molyneux video, if you take the time to understand my videos, I mean, you're going to be a better person, and you're going to be happy that you're not reactionary and that you really understand what's behind long-term thinking, long-term planning. Have a strong hand, people. Don't do anything it's saying with your Bitcoin to get Bcash. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. Disrupt that Meister. Remember to pound that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Tune in tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. for This Week in Bitcoin. Adam Meister signing off. Proud to be committed to Bitcoin and to all of you. Bye-bye, guys.